Hey Stitch Cuties, it's Brittany with Stitches of Love Quilting, and in this tutorial you and I are going to walk through the steps of making our Snow Buddies Block 7, the machine embroidery portion of our block. See how cute this little guy is? I think his name is Mr. Varsity if I remember right. Super cute. Well, we can check in the pattern. What's his name? Yeah, Varsity Man. So that's what we're making today. So let's just go over everything you need to have ready. So I have the file loaded in my machine. I have my hoop loaded with a medium tearaway stabilizer. Of course, all the pre-fused laser cut applique pieces that come in your kit. What I've done, I've gone on and peeled the white backing off all of my pieces, and I just have them in a nice little pile. As always, my workspace, I have a cutting mat and a rotary cutter. Then on top of that, I put my Steady Betty favorite pair of Karen K. Buckley scissors. This is the large size. I also really like the medium and small sizes. Usually I use the medium, but lately I've kind of had the big ones back here. And then, of course, you want to have a little bit of your favorite tape to hold your fabric in place. This is the 3M transport tape. You can also call it medical tape. And then our thread colors. These are 40 weight threads from our friends at Sulky, and they're just great in the embroidery machine. So the colors that we have this month are white 1001. Then we have Christmas red, which is 1147. Then we have our avocado 1177. The light teal, which sometimes I call aqua, is 1045. Then you have your butterfly gold, 0567. A lot of times I call that yellow. Then we have this beautiful purple. It's called Purple Shadow. It's $12.99. Isn't that just like the prettiest thing? And my nails are actually purple right now. Y'all, during all of this COVID stuff, I've learned how to do my nails. You're going to see lots of crazy colors in these videos. And then last but not least, True Orange 1168. So what we're going to do first is always load the white thread in your machine. We're going to load that and prompt the machine to go with the first step. Okay, so the first thing that you'll see after the first step stitched, you have a square right in the center of your hoop. And if you see little dots, I was just spray starching my fabric and I accidentally sprayed on my hoop. Whoops. Okay, so I'm just going to place my hoop on my Steady Betty right in front of my machine. Take my fabric and I'm just going to make sure that I am covering all my stitched lines of that square, and I'm going to gently tape this in place. So just make sure I pressed it all the way dry. I did lightly starch my fabric. So just do a little tape at the top and the bottom. What the machine will do now, you're going to keep that white thread on. The machine is going to again stitch that square, which ultimately is going to be our trim line at the end of this. And it's going to give us a whole bunch of circles outlined for our applique pieces. And it's going to give us the outline of our Varsity Man's face. Okay, so after a few minutes, you'll see that your machine has stitched all of your applique outlines for you. So let's start putting those on in place. So I can tell you what I did. I read the README file for the embroidery file that's included with your file, and I just labeled which number was what color, and actually just laid it out on my placement guide. So sometimes I just hold it in my hand and put it down according to the number, and sometimes I just use my placement guide and pre-lay it out there. So let's go through it. So the first one is number 1, and that is a red. Now you'll notice you have two different size circles. There's a larger one and a smaller one. It's really easy to differentiate the difference, so no worries there. And we're just gonna start putting our little circles in place. So the number 1 is red. Number 2 is a small circle green. Then we have number 3 is a large circle yellow. So cute. And you want to put all your circles down before you put your snowman down, because some of the circles do go underneath him. Now we have the aqua / teal number 4, which is a small circle. There we go. Number 5 is purple. It's a large circle. Then we have the green number 6, large circle. See, this is really easy to put everything in place. You don't have to trim it and tack it down and all that stuff. I love it. Number 7 is our teal / aqua, small circle. Some months I call this aqua and some months I call it teal. So I apologize that I don't have like a consistent name for that. Then we have number 8, which is red, a small circle. Boop. Then our only orange circle, number 9. Isn't that funny that there's just one orange? Kind of funny, to me at least. Then we jump across the hat. We go to number 10, yellow, which is a small. Just iron that little guy down. Then we have number 11, which is that teal. It's a large circle right up here up top. Then number 12 is a red large circle. Let's see, we'll just lay a few down at a time. Then number 13 is a purple large circle. So cute. I love these little dots. Then we have the teal number 14, another large circle. There you go. So I'm just going to tap those down in place. Then number 15 is our green large. Then we have number 16 yellow, which is a large circle. And finally number 17, which is a purple, and it's a small circle. Now you will still have one circle left, and that's the little, that's piece number 24, the green at the top of the hat. So don't worry when you're like, hey, I have a circle. That's right. Okay, so now we want to put piece number 18 in place. So let me pick up my little piece over here. I know you just love these dots. It's a grunge dot. I know I talk about it. I probably talk about it every month. I just love that fabric. Okay, so perfectly in place. Easy as can be. Iron that down. Let me take my tape off because I almost ironed on it. That would be bad. Just a little messy. There we go. So now what we're going to do is keep that white thread, and we're going to put our hoop back on our machine. I'm going to move my placement guide out of the way. And now you're going to prompt for the next step, which is going to be the big nose on this guy, and it's going to be 2 pieces of the hat. Okay, and is this just not making you happy already? I have to say, like, I was watching it stitch and I just saw the polka dots. They just make me smile. So I hope that you enjoy it too. I feel like it's been a minute since I've got to film a tutorial as well because, you know, craziness around the world. But it's just really fun. And I hope you're having as much fun as I am because I'm really looking forward to all the tutorials I get to film this week. Okay, enough of me blabbing. Let's put our pieces on. So we're going to put down our nose, which is piece number 19. And like always, just make sure it's right inside the stitched outline. Now on the next 2 pieces, there's overlap here, right? It's piece number 22 and number 24. You want to make sure that you put the triangle down first. And it's not a perfect triangle, so you do want to make sure that you orient it the right direction. So you put piece number 22 down first, and then you put your circle down. Make sure you get the fusible side down. And just get that right in place. There we go. He's gonna have a party. I like it. Okay, so now we're gonna put this back on, and we have a few more applique outlines that are gonna be stitched for us. That's 2 pieces on our hat, and then 2 accent lines on our nose. Okay, so let's iron on our last round of applique pieces. So we are going to start with the 2 pieces on our nose, which are 20 and 21. It doesn't matter which piece you iron down first because they don't overlap. So you get this little long strip in place. And with a long piece like this, I just sort of work my way across to make sure it stays in place. He's so cute, those little accent lines on him. And now the remaining piece for his nose. There we go. And now for the 2 pieces on the hat, you want to make sure that you put piece number 23 down first, this little zigzag, because it does go underneath the next piece we're going to put down. So just put that right there. And now the final piece, number 25, which is the little brim of his hat. How cute is he? I wonder what school he would go to. I never thought about it. You know, he's called Varsity Man. What school would be lime green and royal blue? I don't even know if there is one. Be a cute uniform though, wouldn't it? So I don't know. If those are your team colors, that's awesome. Mine are garnet and gold because I'm a Florida State girl. Okay, so now all of our applique pieces are ironed on. We are going to keep the white thread on for just one more step, and that is the machine is going to do the buttonhole stitch on both sides of our Varsity Man. Okay, so our white buttonhole stitch is all done. I have a hair on me, ew. Okay, so everything is stitched. Now from here on out, you're not gonna need to take your hoop on and off the arm of your machine. I'm going to for purposes of the video though, just so I can talk about what stitched and what thread color to change to. Okay, so again, the white is done. Now we're going to put on red, and the next few steps are really quick. The machine only has a little bit to stitch. So it's gonna do the fun little like starburst design over your 3 red circles. And again, that is 1147 Christmas red. Okay, let's take a look at the red. Doesn't that look super cute stitched? I love it. So now we're gonna put the 1177 avocado on, and the machine is gonna stitch quite a bit actually with this step. It's gonna stitch the 3 round circles with the starburst, and it's also gonna do all the pieces of your hat. And it's a really fun little accent stitch around the little pom-pom on your hat. So load this green and let's get to the next step. Okay, let's take a look. Look at the hat. That's so fun. I love it. And don't you love the funky little accent on the pom-pom? I love that. We've done that on several past blocks with the Snow Buddies too, so you'll recognize that. Okay, so now it's time to do another color change, and we are going to put on the 1045, the light teal. So the machine is going to do 4 circles for us, the 4 aqua / light teal circles right there. All right, take a look at those circles now, Stitch. So we're getting there, we're almost done. Only a few more color changes. Now we're gonna put on the 0567, the butterfly gold, AKA yellow. And the machine is going to stitch these 3 circles for us. Yay, all the yellow is stitched. It's coming together. So now we're gonna load this beautiful purple, the purple shadow, $12.99. And the machine is gonna do 3 more starburst circles for us. Okay, so now those 3 purples are stitched, and now it's time to load our 1168, the true orange. And the machine is going to do that 1 special orange circle. It just cracks me up, there's only 1. And then we're going to have all of the buttonhole pieces, buttonhole stitches done on our nose, and then we'll come back for the very final color change. Okay, so now everything is stitched except where's his face? That's right, I actually forgot to name this color at the beginning of the video. You also need your black 1005, because the very last step is for the machine to stitch the little varsity man's happy face and his little eyebrows. And don't forget, the buttons don't go on until the very end in your finishing kit, okay? So let's load that black thread and finish up. Yay, everything is stitched. Can we talk about how cute this is? It just makes me so happy today. I love it, little varsity man. Okay, so let's trim him up. And then after this, you'll be able to go back to your pattern and follow through the steps to make all of the piece blocks that go around to make your block 7. So let's get this trimmed. And as always, you're just going to take your ruler and just like smidge inside of that stitched line, we are going to trim our block. And again, use your lines to make sure it's perfectly straight. And we're just going to trim. And y'all, I love when we trim this down. Like, he really comes to like, look, just 1 edge trimmed. He makes me happy. Okay, and now the next side. So cute. And now this side. And, ooh, I hope my head, you all might see my hair in that. Sorry, I kind of leaned in. And some of you have called and pointed out that I'm getting gray hair. Yes, I am. It's a thing. It's a situation. Okay, and the last trim. Boop. Okay, let's look at our little block. Isn't he so happy? Hi, varsity man. Okay, I hope you had so much fun making that. And just a reminder, you'll now go to your pattern, open it up. You are done with all the machine applique and quote-unquote hand embroidery. So now you're going to start with your half squared triangle. So jump to page 4 of your pattern. Don't forget your cutting instructions are here so you can cut the rest of your pieces that you need to make your whole little block. All right, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope you had so much fun making your little varsity man. Happy stitching!